My name is Genevieve Sly Crane, and I'm a writer. Specifically, I'm a fiction writer, which means that everything I write is a little bit of a lie, with some of the truth buried deep inside of it. When I was a kid, I was a writer too. I just wasn't a very good one yet, which was fine. And the first book I wrote, I actually have here. I sold one whole copy to my mom. And in the author bio section, I wrote, "This book was written and illustrated by Genevieve Crane, age 8. For fun, Genevieve likes knitting, drawing, journalism, and riding horses." I've got to be honest with you, I don't think I actually had any idea what the word journalism meant. I really loved the way the word journalism sounded. And I suspect if you're watching a video on short fiction, that you probably like the way words sound too. The question is, what else goes into short fiction besides having a love for words? And the reality is, it's pretty simple. All you need is a character that you care about and a problem that you want to solve. You could make it even simpler in the very beginning and just start with a character. All you have to do is take a sheet of paper and start interviewing them. Start with the boring. What's their name, their hair color, their eye color, and then start asking the questions that you've always wanted to ask people that really interest you, but you've been afraid to ask in real life. What does the perfect day look like to you? What does the absolute worst day look like to you? How do you sleep at night? With one pillow? With 3? On a waterbed in a submarine? How do you show that you're nervous? Do you bite your nails? Do you grind your teeth? Do you eat a lot? What do you look like when you're angry? Who is your favorite person in the world? These are all questions that you can ask your character, and really take your time with it. Often the questions that you ask are going to reveal enough about your character to figure out what their problem is. So go ahead, take a minute, and see if you can come up with somebody that you really care about. Now is the fun part. What is your character's problem? It doesn't have to be a big problem, by the way, to be a good story. It can be something small that changes over time. Did your character lose their sister's backpack? Did they see a blue horse in the woods and nobody believed them? Something simple. Remember, no one gets what they want in the beginning of a story. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a very good story. It would be the alarm clock rang, I went to school, I came home, I went to bed. It's up to you to decide if your character gets what they want in the end. And that's an important thing to remember. Just because you have a problem in a story doesn't mean that you necessarily want it to end well. That's okay. Even though fiction is naturally a lie, there will still be pieces of the truth that you can sneak in. Maybe you and your main character are struggling with the same issue. Maybe your character cracks their knuckles just like your mom. Maybe your character looks just like a nurse that you've met in the hospital. If it's important enough to stick in your brain, it's worth putting into words. One last thing to think about when you write your stories. Don't write one just because you think someone else wants to read it. Write one because you want to read it.